This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, how there, ho there. Chef Cutter got welcoming you to another sports catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, June the 23rd, is a famous golfer who is more well known for being a star on the European Tour than the PGA Tour. He is 59 years old. He's from Scotland. He won 8 European Tour Order of Merit titles, meaning the number one guy in European Tour. He was number one from 93 to 99, all throughout the land, winning 31 European Tour events, and puts him 4th on the all-time list. He is, of course, an icon. In Europe, he went to 5 PGA majors. Well, had 5 majors runner-up finishes. I think that's the most by a guy who's not won a major in his history. Montgomerie was inducted to the World Golf Hall of Fame in 2013, and then all of a sudden, he went to the Champions Tour, or the Senior PGA, winning a couple of Senior PGA Championships. He has won 3 of them, which is funny because, he couldn't win a major in real life. He had to go to the Senior Tour to win it. But anyway, he was actually raised in Yorkshire because his father was managing director of Fox's Biscuits. Well, he's Scottish by birth and all that. He's a massive supporter of Leeds United. And unfortunately, Leeds United is really finally coming back to play, but just not there yet in the realm of English football or soccer. So anyway, he actually went to Houston Baptist University to hone his golf skills, winning Scottish work and all that. He actually had a career in sports management lined up, utilizing a degree in business management and law. But anyway, it was in a golf outing with some suitors that they said that basically he should be a player instead of being an employee. Anyway, he would turn professional before 1988 and went to the European Tour, becoming one of Europe's top pros, winning 31 times on the European Tour, as I said. But he couldn't win on the PGA Tour to save his life, not even one event. He rarely played on the PGA Tour except for majors and all that, where he qualified because of his European Order of Merit stuff. So he was still one of the best players in PGA Europe history. So yeah, he had no major success in Europe, North America, but he still was decent. He's considered one of the greatest to not win a major championship. He took second place 5 times. He took 3rd at the 92 U.S. Open. And people thought that Montgomerie would win the U.S. Open. Unfortunately, Tom Kite was still on the golf course when Montgomerie finished his round, and so Kite stole his thing. At the 94 U.S. Open, he was in the 3-man playoff with Ernie Els and Lauren Roberts and Oakmont. Montgomerie just couldn't shoot well enough to get in another playoff thing, so he did his job. So anyway, at the 95 PGA at Riviera, he actually tied Steve Elkington for the lead. Unfortunately, Montgomerie botched a birdie putt in sudden death, and Elkington made his. Montgomerie looked good in the start of the 97 U.S. Open at Congressional, opening up 65, but unfortunately his form sucked, and he only shot a 76 on day 2. The funny thing is that He only lost by 1 stroke, 2 Ls at the 97 US Open. And then at Winged Foot in 2006, Montgomerie had a chance. He was tied with Phil Mickelson, but Montgomerie botched a shot and lost the tournament by a stroke and all that. Of course, that was also the tournament in which Phil Mickelson overthought his approach and lost the title to Jeff Ogilvy. Montgomerie was in no way, shape, or form near the Masters. His best finish was 8th. 2001, he led after the first few days at Royal Latham. Unfortunately, he botched it, as well as Muirfield 2002, Royal Troon 2004, but couldn't capitalize and all that. He would finish second in 2005 at St. Andrews, but that was his best finish. Anyway, Montgomerie has the third most starts in history without winning a major title, behind only Jay Haas and Lee Westwood. So that's gotta hurt. However, his biggest movement is the Ryder Cup, which is the big matchup between European players and American players. He's never lost a singles match, even though he's been to 8 Ryder Cup performances, winning 20, losing 9, and tying 7, putting him with total points tally of 23.5. Only 2 back of Sergio Garcia for number 1 on that list. Anyway, he looked pretty good and all that. He helped Europe win the 97 Ryder Cup and all that. Colin Montgomerie was an icon and all that. Anyway, Montgomerie met his first wife in Troon. He was an amateur and she was a promotions assistant. And she was 17 years old at Edinburgh University. The couple had 3 children and lived in Surrey. But Montgomerie had a problem, and she gave Colin a ultimatum: golf or marriage. Montgomerie spent 10 weeks alone by himself and then realizing that he needed to give the marriage a shot. Thus he did. Unfortunately, they broke up in 2006, and his wife sued for divorce on grounds of unreasonable behavior due to his obsession with golf. But she got 8 million British pounds. All that. He had various relationships and all that. He would announce his engagement to Scottish millionaire Scandal Knowles and married in 2008. Unfortunately, in 2017, he divorced her. So he's won many events, but nothing in Europe, in the United States. But he won many events on the PGA Tour Champions list, as I said. The senior tour for people over the age of 50. And never won a major in history, so that's got to feel terrible late at night. But, you're called the greatest golfer to never win a major in the United States. So, what can you say about this guy? Except that hopefully he gets really recognized for his talent. And also, let's not forget the fact that he was always made fun of on They Think It's All Over because of his ample breasts and all that. So, yeah. So, They Think It's All Over really took a shining to him and insulting him. But, it is what it is. I'm like Colin Montgomerie had an obsession with golf. And it ruined a marriage for him. But, in the end, he chose what he liked most, and that's golf. Can't blame him rounds. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.